Today we're going to be taking a look at the Azurec Nature Hike 3-person tent. Initial impressions are for a 3-person tent, it's really quite small. I'm going to change camera angles here in a minute to give you an idea of actual size compared to myself. But I like the fact that it does come with these compression straps on the case or on the bag itself, which will help you cinch it down quite a bit smaller. Make sure that you get it to fit in this really well. And then after I show you kind of a size ideal, my son and I will probably go outside and set this up just to give you an idea of how easy it is to set up or how difficult it is to set up. Okay, so just to give you an idea on the size, it's roughly shoulders width apart. I think it would still strap onto a bag okay, but I've got a little bit of qualms about it potentially being a hiker's style tent. Not a huge issue where it is a 3-man tent. I do know that a lot of tents you have to go 1 man size higher for how many people you actually want to fit into the tent, but still would be easy to lash onto a bag, onto a hiking pack. Weight wise, it's actually fairly light for a tent. I don't think it would add a whole lot of weight to it. You're looking at, if I had to guess, I'd say probably 4 pounds, but I'll definitely check the measurement on my scale, and you can check the write-up on Amazon for the actual weight, or the listed weight by the manufacturer. But again, I don't think it's too heavy. I can almost palm it to give you an idea of size. And again, like I said, my son and I will take this out and see just how hard it is to set up and give you a quick view of it, set up, and some looks at some of the features. We finally got a decent day, so my son and I are going to be setting up this tent. I don't want to bore you, so we'll speed up the process, but as soon as we're done setting it up, then I'll walk you through and let you see some of the features and some of the dimensions and whatnot a little bit closer up. So as you can see, it really was quite easy to put up. Like most tents, I think this one probably would fit 2 better than 3. But it does come with, I'm going to pan around a little bit, it comes with 2 doors. 1 door on each side. It has an external frame, which I quite like. If you look here, it has the clips on the outside, so you don't have to feed them up through a sleeve, which again I like quite a bit. It's completely open without the fly on it. We don't have the fly on it right now, but it's completely open with like a no-see-um type of a mesh. Here's the door on the back, and then all the way around. And then we're going to speed this up a little bit again, just to put the rain fly on. Before I do so though, I do want to show you two things. One, it comes with a bunch of this style of a hook. It's just your standard shepherd's hook. It's an aluminum, I think, a very lightweight. It also comes with a bunch of guy lines that are the easy to see out in the at night if you hit it with your flashlight. And I'm fairly certain the tart or the fly, let's see if I can get it in here without the camera getting in the way, hooks on with these quick clasps, which I think will be really nice. It'll make it really easy to set up. All in all, I think this was maybe 5 minutes to set up without looking at any instructions. And I think if one person could probably do it pretty easily if you're all by yourself. Okay, now we're going to speed it up and put on the rainfly. I'm sure you can tell, but we had a little bit of trouble with the fly. It goes really easy once you know what you're doing, and it does clip down into these. Let's see if I can get over here without the sun in the way. It does go down into those clips, but the thing you need to remember when you're putting this fly on is that which is also really nice, your ventilation goes on the sides without the doors. You have lots of places where you can guy this out if it were windy. It's not windy here, so we're not going to worry about it, but you have lots of tie-out options. You do also have these vents that you can fasten down if it gets to be too bad. They have Velcro on them, but that's really a neat feature. A lot of the times I have problems with tents that can feel a little stuffy, and I think that'll do a lot to help with that. On the back door, if you look, there is a zipper here that is Velcroed and seamed quite well, so I think that'll hold up really well against storms. You also have a place where you can stake out your fly here. In fact, two, because if you open it up, you can stake this out opened up. It can butterfly open, which is really a nice feature. Again, on this side, it's the same as the other. You have another vent that helps with the airflow going through. And then on the front, you can see that the door on the front is a little bit different in the fact that it has two zippers. And what you can do with it, that I noticed after we got this up, if you look, there are eye holes or eyelets on each side where you can use a hiking pole to put it up and kind of make like a porch and a vestibule. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually tie this out. Then I'll get some stills of it to show you with the porch up, just to kind of give you an idea. And then we'll go into the tent. Ben, if you want to unzip the tent, we'll go in and see, unvelcro the tent and unzip it so we can go inside and see what we're looking at. The zipper sounds like it's really good. It seems like it's a really good quality. You also have tie-outs at the bottom of the doors where you can roll down the door. We already have some bugs collecting, but where you can tie down the door. Go ahead and unzip it all the way, Ben.
What?
Unzip the door all the way for me. So you could roll up this up and tie it off with these tie-outs. Once you get inside the tent, excuse me, Ellie. Once you get inside the tent, you do have included pouches, one on each side, for some of your gear. If you look on there, you can see the back door with the single split zipper in down the middle that is taped. In fact, it looks like all these seams are taped. But you also have, let's see if I can focus now, we just lost our focus. Tie-outs on the inside here, as well as at the very top, there is a clip where you can clip on a light or some of your gear. As far as a 3-man tent, this might be a little on the small side, but I think it would work just good or great for a 2-man tent. It would be extremely spacious for a 1-man. I think 3 probably could fit in here as long as they're not overly huge. All in all, I'm really quite happy with the construction, the ease of setup, and all of the extra features that this does come with. Let me go ahead and set up the vestibule real quick, and then we'll take a couple of stills of that. I also, real quick, just wanted to show you there are tie-outs at the top where you can roll up this part of the fly and tie it off up here to get it out of the way as well. So a lot of tie-outs, a lot of options for setting this up in different conditions. The material feels really good. It's a really nice plastic, makes it really good. I probably should have put down a cover sheet or a ground sheet underneath this, but being in my own yard, I'm pretty sure we should be okay. I do apologize about the camera trying to refocus in the sun, but the colors don't bother me any. I actually quite like this green. It's kind of a muted green, so you're not really standing out too badly. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a great tent, and clearly my kids really do enjoy it. So let me set up this vestibule real quick with a couple of trekking poles I've got, and then we'll be back to take a couple of stills. My final thoughts on it though are, this is an awesome all-around tent that has a lot of configuration. It's extremely light for the size that it is, and I love some of the extra details like the ability to do the quick connect for the fly. I love all the extra tie-outs. The fact that they give you plenty of hooks, and that the whole thing goes really easy into the bag, the packing bag. There was lots of room left over. It's not the zippered type of bag, it's actually a drawstring enclosure, which makes it really easy to get it back in there. I don't know if any of you have the same problem, but most of the tents I have, it seems like you spend more time trying to figure out how to get it back into the bag than it took to set it up. But all in all, a lot of really good attention to detail, a really great little tent. Definitely worth it if you're in the market for this type of tent. And I'd be really interested to see some of their other sizes. I know that they offer a 2-man and a 4-man as well. This is the 3-man tent. I'd imagine they're pretty much the same style, but I would be really interested to see a size comparison for you. Definitely a tent that I would suggest to somebody to buy if you're in the market for a lightweight, very versatile, very nice tent.